just before the polio epidemic closed the islands down in 71 and 72, my uncle gave me a Moroccoy. At least it was alive. The last time he went hunting in the rainforest, he came back with a squirrel's tail, and he couldn't understand why I was so upset. Guaracara River was a black thing, iridescent, slow-moving, sticky with waste from the refinery as it poured its pollution into the Gulf of Paria. The banks were slick with oil. The trees were stick-thin, stained outlines of a cartoon hell. Nothing could grow there. There used to be a railway line snaking behind these back streets of Marabella. It ran a few hundred yards to the north of our house, past the empty plots stretching under an ancient salmon tree and over a Bailey bridge spanning the river. I remember the freight trains, trundling past with wagons heavy with fresh-cut cane stalks. A sickly molasses scent wafted well after they passed. My brother said once a boy tried to grab a cane stalk while the train was moving and had his arm pulled off. We would hear the adults whispering about polio in the news. Someone said a whole family in the countryside got sick after eating one of their pigs on the farm. Another said it started near the sea and was travelling to the towns. Travelling, our word for taking taxis. Flag them down with a pointing finger, climb onto the seat, join the other passengers. The disease became a live thing. It expanded and billowed dark like the refinery flambeau, moved with a will of its own. We queued up for the vaccination, dosed with a sugar cube and a plastic spoon. Pappy was silent on the way home. I put Mr. Moroccoy out on the lawn and went inside for ice cream. When I returned, it had disappeared. We searched everywhere, even the guppy-filled drains that lined the road outside. I cried for days. I remember when the river caught fire. The water was already thickened with oil sludge. Someone lit their rubbish and the wind threw sparks onto the water's surface. We stood on our street a half-mile away and watched the bonfire's flames grow taller than the houses. It burnt through the night despite the drizzle. The glow moved slowly, followed the river's slackened flow to the sea, catching the crude-covered trees along the banks to bring death to the already dead.